Hi friends, welcome to another video lecture of this present module. We shall continue with the discussion of the bivariate expectations. We shall define what do you mean by joint expectation or bivariate expectation. The definition of bivariate expectations is based upon the one-dimensional expectation operation or operator that we had defined in the previous module. Here just we are extending it to 2 dimensions. Of course, it can be extended to n dimensions also. Now let us define this. The expectation operator applied to bivariate random variables capital X and capital Y is defined as E of g of x comma y. E is expectation operator. Capital E of small g of capital X comma capital Y is defined as double integral minus infinity to plus infinity g of x comma y into fxy of x comma y dx dy. Very important equation. We need to remember this equation, where g of x comma y is an arbitrary function of the two random variables capital X and Y respectively. Next, how do you define the correlation of x and y? Correlation is a very important parameter that gives me the relationship between the two random variables capital X and Y. So the correlation of capital X and Y is the expected value of the product of x and y respectively. So that is given as capital E of x comma xy, capital E of xy within square brackets or small brackets. So E of xy is defined as double integral minus infinity to plus infinity xy into fxy of x comma y dx dy. Next, defining the covariance of x and y. Covariance is denoted as COV of xy. COV means covariance. These are all statistical parameters basically. So covariance of xy is equal to expected value of x minus mu x into y minus mu y. Very important definition again. So applying the rules of linear operations to bivariate random variables, we can further write this expression as, that is, I multiply these two terms. X minus mu x is one term, y minus mu y is another term. So multiply these two terms, applying product uh, rule that we have studied in algebra. Okay, so we get covariance of xy, that is COV of xy is equal to expected value of xy minus x mu y minus mu xy plus mu x mu y. Now, by the linear property of expectation, separate this into 4 separate terms. So segregate it to 4 separate terms. So this can be written as E of xy minus mu y. Mu y, mean is a constant. So the expectation operator operates only on capital X and capital Y, not on constants, because we know that expectation of a constant is a constant only, which we had derived previously. So that's why I get E of xy minus mu y into E of x minus mu x into E of y plus mu x mu y only. Please note, expectation operation applies only on x and y random variables. Expectation of mu x mu y is mu x mu y only, because mu x is a constant, mu y is a constant. So E of mu x mu y would be mu x mu y only. And further simplifying, this can be written as E of xy minus mu y into E of x. Expected value of x is mu x or mx. Please note, let me write it here. Mean mu x can also be written as mx. Mean mu y can also be written as my. In the textbook that is written by Chichod, right? He has written mx and my for denoting the mean. I can write mx, or I can write mu x. I can write mu y instead of my also, or I can use both of them also. Not an issue. Both are correct. Now, returning to the problem at here. So this is E of xy. Now recall E of x is mu x. Recall E of y is mu y. So due to this, I can write this as I can write the expressions for covariance of xy as E of xy minus mu y mu x minus mu x mu y plus mu x mu y. So I can cancel these two terms. Minus mu x mu y plus mu x mu y I can cancel. So I'm left with covariance of xy is equal to E of xy minus mu x mu y. Very important definition. Very important definition. So call it equation 22. So this shows that if one of the this is very important expression. Now suppose if one of the means say mu x is equal to 0 or mu y is equal to 0 or both mu x and mu y are equal to 0, then covariance of xy is directly equal to the expected value of xy. That is, if mu x is equal to 0 and mu y is equal to 0, if both mu x equal to mx is equal to 0 and mu y is equal to my is equal to 0, then E of xy minus 0 into 0 is E of xy, which is equal to covariance of xy. That is, when either of the means of the bivariate random variables are 0, then the covariance of xy is directly equal to the expected value of xy. Another important, very, very important result. These all have practical applications. Okay, don't think these are just mathematical. These are mathematical, but these are having practical applications a lot. Okay, next, continue further. Quality question 23. Then we talked about correlation of xy. Now, how do you define uncorrelation between x and y? Dead opposite of correlation is uncorrelation. So, uncorrelation of xy. So, suppose if the covariance of x and y is 0, that is COV of xy is equal to 0, then we say that x and y are uncorrelated. So, when x and y are uncorrelated, then E of xy is equal to mu x mu y. When if the covariance of x and y are equal to 0, that is COV of xy is equal to 0, then we say that x and y are uncorrelated. So when x and y are uncorrelated, we say that E of xy is equal to mu x into mu y. Call it equation 24. Then talking about orthogonality. Orthogonal means being perpendicular. So orthogonal x and y. So when I say that x and y are orthogonal to each other. So if the correlation between x and y is equal to 0, if the correlation, that is if E of xy is equal to 0, if the correlation between x and y is 0, correlation between x and y is defined as by E of xy. Correlation between x and y is defined by capital E of xy. So if E of xy, if expectation of xy is equal to 0, then we say that x and y are orthogonal to each other. So when x and y are orthogonal to each other, then the covariance of xy is equal to minus mu x into mu y. Very, very important relation. If the correlation between x and y is equal to 0, then I say that x and y are orthogonal to each other. That is, both random variables x and y are orthogonal to each other, are perpendicular to each other. When x and y are orthogonal, then covariance of xy is equal to minus mu x into mu y. Very, very important relation. These all things must be committed into our memory. Call it equation 25. Then talking about independent x and y. So when bivariate random variables x and y are independent, we know that from our previous videos that the joint PDF or the bivariate PDF fxy of x comma y is equal to the product of the individual PDFs, namely fx of x and fy of y. Now the correlation between x and y can be expressed as E of xy is equal to double integral minus infinity to plus infinity xy into fxy xy dx dy. Okay, now use this formula. If x and y are independent, then I have fxy of x comma y. There is a giant PDF which is expressed as the product of individual PDFs of x and y respectively. That is fxy of x comma y is equal to fx of x into fy of y. So replace fxy of x comma y by this formula. So if I do so, I get E of x comma y is equal to double integral minus infinity to plus infinity xy into fx of x into fy of y dx dy. Now this double integral is a iterated or a repeated integral. So this can be split as the product of two one-dimensional integrals. So I can write this as integral in terms of x multiplied by integral in terms of y. So I can write this as E of xy is equal to the integral minus infinity to plus infinity x fx of x dx into integral minus infinity to plus infinity y fy of y dy. Recall, what is this? This first integral is the expected value or the average or the mean of x, capital X random variable. The second integral in terms of y is the expected value or the average or the mean of the random variable capital Y. So this is E of x, this is E of y. So when x and y are random variables which are independent, then I have E of xy is equal to E of x into E of y. E of x into E of y. It is equation 26. Generalizing, I can write this as e of x to the power of n into y to the power of m is equal to e expected value of x to the power of n multiplied by e to the power of e expected value of y to the power of m, where n and m are positive powers. If x and y are independent, the equation 26, this is very, very important. This can be asked for deriving also, right? So for this is for positive powers of x and y. So x to the power of 1, y to the power of 1. Now I have got suppose positive powers where n is a positive integer and m is a positive integer. I can generalize this and write it as expected value of x to the power of n into y to the power of m is equal to expected value of x to the power of n multiplied by expected value of y to the power of m. Another very, very important result. Then we define another parameter called the correlation coefficient. The correlation coefficient rho xy is defined as rho xy is equal to covariance divided by sigma x into sigma y. What is sigma x? Sigma x is the standard deviation of x, sigma y is the standard deviation of y. Let me repeat again. The correlation coefficient rho xy is defined as rho xy equal to covariance of xy divided by sigma x, sigma y. Call it equation 28. So here sigma x and sigma y are the standard deviations of the random variables x and y respectively. Now, dividing the covariance by the two standard deviations helps to bound the size of the correlation coefficient. So this is demonstrated by considering one inequality that is largely popular in statistics. So let me consider the inequality expected value of x minus mu x by sigma x plus or minus y minus mu y by sigma y the whole squared, which is greater than or equal to 0. Very, very important part. So please be a little bit careful and attentive. Practice this little bit, say around 4 to 5 times so that you can get a hold of about it. Let me consider the inequality expected value of x minus mu x by sigma x plus or minus y minus mu y by sigma y the whole squared greater than or equal to 0. Now, I can, this is of the form a plus or minus b the whole squared formula. A plus or minus b the whole squared is equal to a squared plus or minus 2ab plus b squared. So here a is equal to x minus mu x by sigma x, b is equal to y minus mu y by sigma y. So expanding, I can write a squared plus or minus 2ab plus b squared. So I have expected value of x minus mu x by sigma x the whole squared plus or minus 2 into x minus mu x into y minus mu y by sigma x sigma y plus y minus mu y by sigma y the whole squared greater than or equal to 0. Or taking LCM, I'm simplifying. I have expected value of x minus mu x by sigma x the whole squared plus or minus 2 rho xy plus y minus mu y by sigma y the whole squared greater than or equal to 0. Now I shall perform the expectation operations and further simplification leads to this expression. Okay. I need to apply the expectation operation on all of them. I need to expand this, right? If I expand and also noting that sigma x is a constant, mu x is a constant. So expected value of constant is a constant. So expected value of rho xy is a constant. So expected value of rho xy would be rho xy only. So performing and simplifying further leads me to the expression 1 plus or minus 2 rho x1, 2 rho xy plus 1 greater than or equal to 0. So expanding this and further simplification leads to 1 plus or minus 2 rho xy plus 1 greater than or equal to 0. 1 plus 1 is 2. So I get 2 plus or minus 2 rho xy greater than or equal to 0. Okay. This plus or minus 2 rho xy, if I am transposing to the right hand side, plus or minus if I am transposing to the right hand side, that gets replaced by minus plus. Please be careful. Plus or minus sign ನಾನು ಬಲಗಡೆಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅದು ಮೈನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್, ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಸೈನ್ ಒಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇರೋದು, ಮೈನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸೈನ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 2 ರೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವೈ ನ ಬಲಗಡೆಗೆ ತಗೊಂತೀರಿ. ದಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ 2 greater than or equal to 0 minus plus 2 ರೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವೈ. So that get it to be minus plus 2 rho xy on the right hand side. So 2 greater than or equal to minus plus 2 rho xy ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. 2 and 2 cancel ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ I get 1 greater than or equal to minus plus rho xy ಅಂತಿದೆ. So taking modulus on both sides, I get mod of 1 greater than or equal to mod of minus plus rho xy. So mod of plus modulus of a positive entity is a positive entity. Modulus of a negative entity is a positive entity. So I get 1 greater than or equal to mod of rho xy, because mod of 1 is 1 only. So mod of minus plus rho xy is only mod rho xy only. So that's why I get this as mod of rho xy less than or equal to 1. I get 1 greater than 1 greater than or equal to mod of rho xy, or just similarly, just I get mod of rho xy less than or equal to 1. This is a very, very important result, right? So the correlation coefficient is always bounded between minus 1 and plus 1. Mod rho xy less than or equal to 1, or this is bounded between minus 1 and plus 1. This is the very, very important parameter, right? So what happens when rho xy is equal to plus or minus 1 also can be seen. So let me consider some useful relations. Let me have the relation between the two random variables x and y as capital Y is equal to ax plus b and mu, and it's let me represent the relationship between the random variable x and random variable y by this simple linear relation. Capital Y is equal to a capital X plus b. So in that case, mu y is also equal to a mu x plus b. Let me take the mean on both sides, or let me take the expectation on both sides. This I have done for the in module 1. So apply the same criteria. Expected value of y is equal to a into expected value of x plus b. So in that case, expected value of y is mu y, which is equal to a mu x plus b. Or I can write my is equal to a mx plus b also. That is also possible. Now let me consider the covariance equation. So covariance of xy, I have defined it to be equal to expected value of x minus mu x into y minus mu y. Okay. Now substitute mu y is equal to a into mu x plus b into this expression. Substitute mu y is equal to a mu x plus b into this expression. So y minus mu y becomes y minus of a mu x plus b, or I get y minus a mu x minus b. So substitute capital Y is equal to ax plus b. Substitute mu y is equal to a mu x plus b into this covariance expression. I am concentrating and repeating here. You want to be a little bit careful here. Substitute y is equal to ax plus b, and also substitute the mean mu y is equal to a mu x plus b into the generic definition of the covariance. So y is getting replaced by ax plus b, mu y is getting replaced by a mu x plus b. So by doing so, the covariance expression becomes expected value of E of x minus mu x into x plus b minus E mu x minus b. Okay. Now b and minus b gets cancelled. So I have E expected value of x minus mu x into ax plus E mu x. Take E as the common factor from the second term. So I get E of x minus mu x into x plus mu x. A is a constant, isn't it? So the expected value of a constant is a constant itself. So that's why I can pull it outside. So this becomes a into expected value of x minus mu x into x plus mu x. Okay. Now simplify this. I get expected a multiply and simplify. So I get a into expected value of x minus mu x the whole squared. A into expected value of x minus mu x the whole square. Or x minus mu x the whole squared. Expected value of x minus mu x the whole squared is nothing but variance of x. How do I get it? Recall the previous module. Recall the previous module. Expected value of x minus mu x the whole squared is the variance sigma x squared. Variance is the second central order moment, right? So expected value of x minus mu x the whole squared is sigma x squared multiplied by a. So covariance of xy is equal to a sigma x squared. Also, I know that sigma y squared is equal to a squared into sigma x squared. You know that sigma y squared is equal to a squared into sigma x squared. This we have discussed in the previous modules. So that's why the standard deviation of y is simply obtained by taking the square root on both sides. So sigma y is given by plus or minus square root of a squared sigma x squared, or plus or minus a sigma x. Okay, so sigma y is equal to plus or minus square root of a squared into sigma x. Call it equation 1. Now using these equations 30 and 31, 30 is this expression, 30 is the expression for the covariance, which I have got it as A sigma x squared. 31 is this. So you substituting equations 30 and 31 into the definition of the correlation coefficient. Sigma rho xy is equal to covariance of xy by sigma xy, sigma x into sigma y. I am substituting equations 30, which gives me the expression for covariance of xy, and 31, which gives me the value of the standard deviation for y in terms of x, into the definition of the correlation coefficient. So if I do so, I get rho xy is equal to covariance of xy divided by sigma x sigma y. So if I substitute, I get rho xy is equal to A sigma x squared divided by plus or minus sigma x into root of A squared into sigma x. Or I get rho xy is equal to A sigma x squared divided by plus or minus A sigma x squared. The square root of A squared is A. Sigma x into sigma x is sigma x squared. This plus or minus is written along with these two terms, along this product. So plus or minus. So rho xy is equal to A sigma x squared divided by plus or minus A into sigma x squared. Root of A squared is A, sigma x into sigma x is sigma x squared. Now sigma x squared gets cancelled, and A also gets cancelled. So I am left with 1 by plus or minus 1. So 1 by plus or minus 1 is 1 only. So that's why 1 by plus or minus 1 is plus or minus only. 1 by plus or minus 1 is plus or minus 1 only. So that's why I get rho xy is equal to plus or minus 1. Another very, very important derivation with respect to correlation coefficient. We shall solve problems in the next video. Thank you.